Previously on the Osrynn Tales live D&D. Having slipped into an alternate timeline where they found the public blueprints to the Merchants Guild's Guildmaster's Manor, our heroes devise a plan to do some information gathering about how exactly they plan to steal the Golden Idol for the Thieves' Acquisitions Guild. Their plan? Walk straight up to the front door posing as antiques appraisers looking to appraise the idol. Damu, Reshi, and Quothe stand guard and watch the perimeter of the property while Tail and Rowan put on disguises and head for the gates. Their disguises work, and the guard mentions how they're a few minutes early for their appointment. They are led inside to the manor's parlor to await their meeting with Rakhari Shmi, the guildmaster of the Merchants Guild. Rowan asks the guard for some tea and biscuits, which buys him and Tail some time to snoop around once the guard leaves to acquire their snacks. And although they only find blank contracts and scribe supplies, they don't have to wait long for Rock to arrive. A regal-looking bronze dragonborn enters the room and tells the head of his security to retrieve the idol. Rock exchanges pleasantries with Rowan and Tail and even shows Tail a cool magic spell known as Witch Bolt at Tail's request. Once the idol arrives, Rock tells the appraisers all he knows about it. The idol is a statue of an aboleth, a strange and ancient creature not known to any religions of the region. It's an oddity he thought his friends in high society would enjoy, particularly for its defining feature, the ability to store and display a single memory. Rowan and Tail ask for a demonstration for appraisal purposes, and Rock is all too happy to oblige. He activates the idol, and a ghostly image appears of a young Rakhari Shmi dancing with a young female dragonborn. A faint ghostly waltz can be heard as Rock explains how he acquired this idol as soon as he heard about it, knowing it could store a memory in perfect stasis. This memory, he said, is the last memory he had of his wife before she fell ill and passed on to fly with the celestial dragons. Seeing this memory gave the group a change of heart. Rowan and Tail make their exit, letting Rock know that they would report their findings to the head librarian and appraiser, and they even got invitations to a party that Rock will be hosting to show off the idol. Regrouping with Damu, Reshi, and Quothe, they discuss their new findings, and the group resolves to double-cross the Thieves Guild. Instead of stealing the idol, they plan to forge a copy of it, protect the real idol, and pass off the fake to the Thieves Guild. And if everything goes to plan, get paid from both sides of the deal. We take you now back to the world of the Osrynn Tales. Will the group make a convincing replica of the idol? Will the Thieves Guild fall for their new gambit? Will their impromptu, chaotic way of stumbling through life pay off, or will everything come crashing down around them? Find out now on episode 19 of the Osrynn Tales live D&D. Enjoy the show.
Instead of an extension.
Whoa, no. Cameras, I wasn't ready. That video was shorter. No. All right, we're here. We did it. Nobody saw that. Act normal. Welcome in, everybody. It's episode 19. We're doing things tonight. Genie Bro's not here, unfortunately. He's taking a week off. He's been fostering a dog, and they had to go and drop it off with the dog's new family. So Genie is like I said, not gonna be here with us tonight. Rowan, as per Genie Bruh's request, is off on a drug and alcohol fueled bender all around the city of Ravensblood Hollow. So we'll find out what happens with that next week after I do some rolls and checks and he gets into trouble like I know he's going to.
Orphanage on fire somewhere.
But we do have the return of Mr. Abstracto this week. So let's go around the table starting with Mr. Abstracto. Let him know who you're playing.
I am Mr. Abstracto and I'm playing Damu, the Turtle Life Cleric.
And we've got the righteous Rachel.
Hello, I'm playing Reshi, a Dragonborn monk.
And we've got Sangretti.
I'm playing Tail in Pages. I am Kobold Wizard.
And last but not least, the chattest Chad.
Quothe the Goliath Barbarian.
And I am your humble dungeon master, Jeff Foulsham. And I bow. Alright. So like you saw in the recap where we last left off on our game, the group was trying to figure out exactly how they were going to make a mock version of this golden aboleth idol and try and pass it off to the Thieves Guild. Jethro, their contact at the Thieves Guild, had just asked them about the idol. They convinced him to go set up a meeting with Fearin' Two Fingers Fixbadge, the gnome mafia boss, and he left to go do that. And it is 24 hours before a party at Rakhari Shmi's house, where he is set to show off the idol, which they didn't steal, but told Jethro they did steal. So we're gonna take you back now. I'm gonna throw it over to the players. You guys, Jethro's just left. You're sitting in the Adventurers Guild. It is sometime after supper. It's dark outside, but it's not super late. You have 24 hours before this party, and you don't know when Jethro is going to come find you to tell you that there is a meeting set for you to give the idol to the Thieves Guild.
So, have we turned the idol or painted the idol yet?
You have yet to get it made. Tails supposedly knows somebody, but you've only just discussed that. You're still sitting at the table in the Adventurers Guild after Jethro walked off and disappeared into a shadow. Like,
Okay,
literally,
so
like, walked into a corner of a room shrouded in shadow and just disappeared.
So they were unhappy that we wouldn't give it to them because they wanted to sell it nor to pay us because they don't have the money up front. We told them that's a negative because they clearly had the money when we were there because the gnome dude was showing off a whole pile of gold behind him.
True. That is...
So we could have anywhere from an hour to, I'd say we have a minimum of an hour to at least get the idol organized.
I know a guy, but he's not very nice, and he's gonna want a favor. Mr. Quote, how strong are you?
Oh,
I'm
no.
pretty sure strong enough to go toe to toe with him, and if not, Rushy can handle it.
Well, he runs a ring where you can you fight for money, and he recently lost the champion, so he needs someone to fight on his behalf. And
Okay,
I thought you'd be pretty strong and might be able to do it.
so it's just like a pit fighting 1v1 thing, or is it teams?
But there's multiple rounds, and you can make bets and make money. But I've only gone once. I don't think I'm strong enough to fight.
So we could go try to work favor with him by possibly promoting a fighter out of one of us to maybe get his favor to get the idol taken care of. That's a possibility. And we also have the, what's called, the party coming up.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what you guys want to do, but I do feel like it is important that we get the idol squared away to hand over before we do anything.
I agree.
Likewise.
Now,
You ready to
we're
go into pit
we
fight?
are, well, I mean, we can, that is one avenue. I mean, it's not necessarily, that might not be the only thing he wants. I mean, we can go speak with the gentleman and see what we can coordinate.
Let's do it.
And this is our only lead to get the idol worked out, correct?
Currently, I think.
Yeah, the Tail doesn't have the specific spells in his spell book needed to bake the idol. But he knows a bunch of other wizards and stuff, like other magic users. And this particular magic user, who he thinks could do it on short notice, also happens to run a sort of pit fighting scenario.
So a wizard who runs a pit fighting scenario,
Hey,
and typically in my experience, these are kind of physical endeavors, and he's a wizard, so he must be pretty proficient at both sides.
he's pretty strong. He's also really big. Don't mention his size. He gets real mad.
It's a flesh mage. What do you guys think?
It's up to you. You want to go get in a
Well,
potential
I
fight, or
don't
do you just want to talk to him
really-
first?
I mean, I'm not hearing any other options here. I mean, since it's short notice, it seems like it's all we got at the moment. I do wonder if the magical bulls would have any options, but that's kind of a rabbit hole every time we go there.
True.
I'm not sure Minoc would be super interested in doing that, because he's a super old man. For him to be at the beck and call of an adventuring party seems unlikely.
He was taking a pretty long look at Damu's tail on the way out.
Jesus Christ.
He
How
might
does
have a
it
thing
keep
for
happening to
shells.
this?
Just saying, I mean.
All right, let's go talk to this guy. Tail, would you show us where he is, please?
Oh, okay. I take it.
Okay, so Tails is going to be our go-between for this gentleman. Hopefully Tails can resolve an issue to get us what we want here. If it's possible to avoid a pit fighting scenario, or at least put it off a little bit, I don't know.
Okay.
Is our DM ready for Dungeons and Dragons BR?
Yeah, you guys head out from the Adventurers Guild, and you head not like all the way across town. The Adventurers Guild is stationed near-ish the dock district. You know, it's like, I don't know, 4 or 5 blocks away from like what you would consider like the docks, right? Because, you know, adventurers come in and out through the port a lot. This place is actually, oddly enough, it's like in the heart of Ravensblood Hollow. So you have to cross multiple bridges and, you know, go across multiple islands and stuff. I know I don't have like the actual overhead map of Ravensblood Hollow, but again, it is very much like Venice. It's like a bunch of islands connected by bridges and stuff, and there are, you know, like canals and like little boats and stuff that you could take if you didn't want to walk here. But this little fighting ring is in like the heart of the city.
You know, I'm starting to miss Rowan because I'm picturing him in a luchador mask getting thrown around a ring right now.
I mean, you already got the loincloth of snuggling there, so maybe he wants to jump in with the luchador mask too and come in from the top ropes.
So you guys, you head in, and it is, it looks like on the surface, it looks like just like a normal looking tavern in the heart of the city. It's called, the Crested U, and on the front door of this place, it has like a rather ornate looking sheep. So U as in EWE, like a female sheep. And it's like adorned with like gems and stuff on this sign. Hence the Crested U. But you enter in, and it's a pretty lively establishment. It's the come on, here we go. There's a, like I said, there's a, it's a pretty lively establishment. Music playing, because it is, like I said, it is part, you know, in the middle of, not in the middle of the night, but it's after dark. So people are hanging out, they're drinking. And it's almost as if they are trying to be loud and bawdy to a suspicious degree. Give me a perception check, everybody.
You said perception?
Yeah.
Sorry, I
This is
didn't
not-
my page open.
This is not going to go well for me. Oh, 17. 17's good.
Aw. Damu's not perceiving nothing.
No, you're not.
Poor thing sees everything, knows all.
Hell yeah.
Reshi too. Of course the fighters know about the pit fighting ring. Why wouldn't they?
So yeah, you guys, you enter in, and right away, Damu, you're just like, there's a lot of people here. This is like a hip and happening place, right? But then everybody else can hear that this tavern, like the room that you're in, all the patrons here, they're like laughing, they're like screaming stuff, you know, like the music's super loud, and you think they're putting on a bit of a show, like it's almost like forced revelry. And the rest of you, Tail, Quothe, and Reshi, you guys can hear like that sort of muffled sound of a crowd cheering and shouting. It's like if you've ever been like outside of a stadium or something when like the crowd is going wild, like it's that muffled crowd noise, and you can tell that it's coming from below you.
So we're in a regular tavern part, but we can hear the
Yeah.
crowd noise from beneath us.
Right.
Like it's like a basement.
Exactly.
We're in the gulag.
We're at club fight, huh?
You're at Flubkite. So yeah, you walk in. The tavern keep notices you. You know, he spits in a cup, starts wiping it out, starts filling it up with a beer. He says, "Oi, what can I get you?"
I'll take a water. Straight up. Shaken, but not stirred.
Kind of looks at you and sighs, and then he turns around and gets a mug and goes over to a barrel and just puts his entire arm like into it Just scoops up some water and slides it violently down the bar. Kind of sloshes around as you catch it in your hand, and he's like, right, that'll be 2 copper.
I don't know if I have 2 copper.
Just start a tab. We'll figure it out at the end.
I'm starting a tab, sir. That's okay.
Starting a what?
You know what? Keep your water.
I'll pay that. I'll pay the 2 copper. Problem solved.
You have 2 copper? I don't even know what I have. I've never
have
looked.
20 gold, I think. We'll have to bring change back.
I love it. I give you guys.
I could have bags of
like-
money and just not know it.
I give you guys a treasure hoard worth like 30,000 gold at the end of our last quest, and you're like, I don't think I have 2 copper.
I don't know.
Love it.
I
Hey,
don't
you know,
remember.
if you don't write things down, you don't have it.
Exactly.
Anyway, someone pays for your water. This guy is kind of annoyed you're not ordering alcohol, but he goes about his business. He says, all right, the rest of you, what you want?
We need to see the man upstairs.
You need to see the man upstairs, is it?
I brought some unique folk he might be interested in.
Kind of looks at Damu first. And he's like, that one doesn't look like he's much of anything.
He will cause you great harm.
I resemble that remark.
You do. He turns, he says, all right, you can go on up. Yeah, he kind of like motions around the like side of the bar, and there's like a door that you can go through. You see that he pulls on a rope, and you can hear like the faint chiming of like a. Have you ever like been to like a country schoolhouse and they have those little handbells? You know, it's
Oh,
like
God.
one of those. It's like one of those. You hear like one of those ringing upstairs. You guys, you go through the door, and you actually go outside again, but into like an enclosed alley. There's no like, there's like full fences that connect this building to the building next door. There's no like gates or anything, and you go up a like an exterior staircase. When you get,
Are we getting led by Tales to the proprietor guy?
he just like said go through the door. I mean, there's really nowhere else to go. Just this is an
Gotcha.
exterior staircase to the second floor. At the top of which there is a door that is opened by with, you know, no better way to use this word, but is opened for you by a goon. Literally just a big beefy dude who's purely there for protection. You enter.
Is he bigger and beefier than Quothe?
He is a Goliath, interestingly enough.
Oh, nice.
So he's about the same size, yeah.
No picks.
So yeah, you enter in, and sitting behind a fairly opulent, like oak desk, like hardwood, like fancy oak desk in this room that it's got some accoutrements to it, you know. There's like some candelabras that are lighting this place, some bookshelves. One thing you do notice, however, is there is a painting on the wall that is actually on a hinge, and it's not like flush against the wall, but it's open, and you can see that there's like a steel vault, like a safe that's like normally hidden behind this painting. And it looks like behind the desk is a white-haired, pale-skinned elf who is currently counting out stacks of platinum coins. He looks up at the group and he says, "Oh, welcome. Tail, it's been all too long. I need to stop by your father's library more often. How are you? How's the family? Who are your friends?"
Hello, Mr. House. These are my friends. This is Kote and the pretty lady's Miss Reshi, and this is Damu. And well, we wanted to talk about maybe competing. I was told your champion quit not too long ago, and Mr. Kote is a very good fighter.
He says, "Oh, is that the rumor that's going around these days, that he quit?" Well, I mean, he's not working for me anymore, that's for sure. He's not working for anyone. Anyway, quit, died. What's the difference? It's all the same in this game, isn't it, kid? Anyway.
I don't know. Dad didn't let me watch last time.
Oh, yes. Overprotective fathers as they be. You're old enough now to experience the wonderment of the pit fighting ring, aren't you? You're what,
well,
like 10 now? That's old enough.
Well, I need a I need a favor. I know you know the thing. We need to make a stone look like a thing, and I took notes, but I know you would probably want a favor. So I figured if we compete in your title card fight, maybe you could do us this favor.
Very, very astute of you, young Tail. Very astute of you. To know that my skills don't come free. He says, he looks at Quothe and Reshi specifically. Doesn't look at Damu at all. He's like, well, those two look like they may put on a bit of a show, as you might say.
I don't know, it might be a good format for Damu if it's like time driven. You can turtle up.
Right.
This one's really good at healing folks, so we could do bigger fights if you want to do groups or you want to do individual sits.
Says, tonight are single bouts if you wish to throw your hat in the ring, so to speak, for a larger affair. We could organize something like that. But he turns to the other Goliath in the room. He says, Kent, go downstairs, tell them we'll have 2 more fighters for this evening. He says, now, Tail, show me these notes, and what is it that you need me to, let's say, fabricate for you?
I will come over and I will show him the notes and inform him that we don't need it done yet, but we will need it done soon in the future.
He looks over the notes. He says, interesting. An aboleth. Says, pray tell, child, how did you come across this trinket?
Mr. Rak Harish is having a party, and the library wanted to maybe display the item, but we were afraid that people might take it, so we want to make a copy so people can take the copy, which is really it's just a rock. So
Interesting. You know, a lot of people would like to get their hands on an item like this. It is,
Hence
Very
the need for
special.
copy.
it is, it's innocuous enough, but its legend of holding memories is quite useful to pass information from one place to another. You would need a specific keyword to activate it, and, well, to say it's a lot more secure than sending a note by pigeon.
But you could just do sending, and then the person and only the person you want to know would know. And nobody would know. Just them.
There are ways to intercept a sending spell, child.
I haven't read about it in my books yet, but I'll do some research on it.
There are powerful forces in this world that do take great care to make sure that their presence is not known in the history books. As that said, I could perhaps make a rough copy of it. I don't think I could fabricate it out of gold per se.
Hey,
And I
I
don't
just
think
need
I
a
could.
stone.
And I certainly don't think I could copy its magical properties, but the general shape of this, I could do that. He says, but as you said, I am in need of some entertainment downstairs. He says, so if you and your friends would like to hold up your end of the bargain, I will get to work on my end.
Is there like a well not kids, but like an undercard fight tonight?
Oh, we can arrange something. There's some folks down there already, watching about, but oh, I can contact a friend of mine who's likely a good fight for your friends here.
I was thinking someone for me.
Someone who?
If you had like a smaller fighter, then maybe I could I could fight. I could.
You could fight. So aren't you, like, how old are you again, Tails?
I'm 15. I'm an adult now.
Says, well, who am I to stop an adult from making life choices? I mean, hey, well, it's your life, kid. If you want to get in there and scrap with somebody, then by all means, put your name on the list.
Could we do if you're doing one for me? Could we do a duo fight, and we can take Mr. Damu here? He's a good fighter too, and he can help keep me safe and.
He says, already fighting with your intellect instead of your brawn, I see. He says, just, when you get down into the ring, make sure you put your names on the list in whatever configuration you wish, and they'll take care of the fight for you. Don't worry about that.
Oh, okay. Well, that's everything I had to talk to him about. I just wanted to get a duo fight where Damu and I are gonna potentially reckonate somebody, or I'm going to die. One of the two. That's about all that's gonna happen.
Alright, so you guys head on down to the pit fighting ring. You have to be led through a secret doorway in a storeroom in the back of this tavern. It's like stone brick in the walls. And unlike in the wizard tower where the bricks were aligned in a straight line that kind of made the outline of a door, this is like offset. It's just bricks that just move in, and there's like the interlocking, like they kind of just move and then slide aside. It's a very well hidden door. And you guys travel down into like a sub basement of this place. And you are you enter into this space here. There are 2 people fighting. You can put your...
A lot of people.
Oh, yeah. That's why you could hear the crowd chanting and stuff. So there's like this circle here, and it is set into the ground only by like 5 feet or so. But the people are gathered around on this like stone platform above this ring that's been like dug down into the earth. And there's like 2 guys going at it here. One of them, this one in the south here, has... Whoops. I didn't mean to click that. Lol. Whoops. Shoot. Let's pull a different guy. 2 keyboards, folks. 2 keyboards. Get confused. So this guy in the south, he's got like 2 scimitars, and he's like that guy in Indiana Jones who's like doing all like the cool karate moves and like sword jujitsu and shit. And then like this guy's over here, he's just got like a mote of fire in his hands, and he like shoots this guy with some fire, and then this guy comes at him with some sword maneuvers, and they are, neck and neck. They're pretty even with their fighting. You can see some like bursts of light happen as the guy with the sword attacks. It's like maybe he has like a magic sword of some variety. Oh, there is a I have to grab a token real quick. But there is a if I can find the token. Where are the... Can't do math or alphabet. There is actually there is a drow standing by this podium down here, who looks to have a sort of ledger, and is like watching the fight intently. You think that he is probably the guy that you want to go talk to, in reference to who's gonna fight and who you will fight when you get in the ring. So if you guys want to put your characters on the map, I can make a little space here. You guys can stand in down at the bottom of the map.
Out of all the people we see here, is there someone who looks vaguely like Genie getting horrendously drunk on the other side of the arena?
Maybe.
Like, I'm talking legendarily drunk.
We said it could be drugs and ale, so there might be a pile of powder somewhere. Arcanum crystals.
Oh God.
Real tiny, real fine.
I mean, there's not
Like-
the guy that looks like
There's not.
Rowan.
We can't confirm that it
Right
is
over
Rowan,
here.
but it looks vaguely familiar.
Yeah. It's not Rowan. Right here. Yeah, you see that guy just crush up some pink, like magenta crystals. He has a mortar and pestle at this event for some reason, and then he just takes like one of those really big, like boba tea straws, puts it into the mortar and just snorts it all up. Blood
Genie
like
and his-
runs down his nose, but his
his
eyes
plus
start
one tutor.
glowing. Then he just screams. He just screams, "Yeah! Kill them!" And then he pulls out a guitar and starts playing. But you're not quite sure if it's Rowan. It could be anybody. Lots of people have guitars these days. A very, very popular instrument. So you guys head over to this to this podium down here. You want to sign up for some fights, and the drow kind of takes notice of you, but like doesn't quite look at you while talking, because he's very intently like watching this fight to see like who wins, how they win, who takes more hits, all that kind of stuff. He says, the betting is currently closed. If you're here to put money on this fight, you'll have to wait until this fight is over to place money on the next round.
These aren't fights to the death, are they? They're like just fights to get beat up.
If that makes you feel better, sure.
Good. Sure.
I mean, clerics exist in this world, don't they? I mean, it doesn't have to be permanent death. If
Tails
the
is gonna
fighters have
lean
enough
over.
money to get cured of the, annoying condition we call death.
So set your respawns now.
Tails is gonna lean over to Reshi and just whisper as quietly as he can that if she gets in trouble to drink the yellow potion.
Okay.
Then finds out she's colorblind.
Is this the one you gave me?
That's the one I gave you. Yeah.
I have that one up on a tab. I was already thinking about that one.
So he basically says the whole thing about like if you want to bet, like you have to wait until the next round. Answers Reshi's question. Clearly these are fights to the death. If you have money to get resurrected afterwards, they're not technically permadeath, but yeah, these are, you enter that ring, someone gonna die. Or at least that's how they are typically run. I mean, you guys, players, you can do whatever you want. Like, you could use non-lethal attacks and just knock someone out, and they might declare you a winner. I don't know. You'll have to wait and see.
Just smash until someone tells you to stop.
Rishi crush.
But yeah, he goes back to watching this fight.
I'm gonna buy some fake whole cans before the match starts.
What are the rules in these fights? Like, is magic's fair game, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, magic is you would know this from just, being from this town. You would know that it's pretty much fair game. Anybody can do, whatever they can. The only, and it is a fight to the death. They are lethal fights. The only real rule that there is that you cannot have outside help. There are guards and whatnot stationed throughout this place that if there are, people are caught cheating, such as if this person here cast a spell, right? Whoever they cast, whoever benefits from whatever spell they were to cast, would get roughed up by the guards, and the person who interfered with would get roughed up by the guards. And if they survive getting roughed up, they would be exiled from the pit fighting ring. So
this is if they're noticed, right? Like, if they're really stealthy, they'd probably be okay.
Yeah. If there's stealth, about it, like a sorcerer with subtle casting could probably get away with cheating here.
Okay.
Otherwise, there are it's
But
sort of
Damu probably not.
Damu probably not. Yeah.
Okay, Damo, if I'm about to go down, I want you to cast on me and take the billy club afterwards.
Right.
Well, I assume the type of spell matters too. Like, you're not going to firebolt. You're going to have to choose something a little more subtle.
Right, Jeff?
Sorry, what was that? I was looking at something else.
I assume the type of spell matters. Like, you're not going to firebolt into the arena if you're trying to cheat.
Right.
You're going to figure some other more subtle thing that's just verbal or something.
Exactly.
Okay. I just wanted to know if I'm about to just get destroyed because the crowd is cheating. So, as long as there's some consequence for them, that's fine.
Yeah, no, you have you do have some protection there. You don't, you're there, you're watching this fight. Any kind of magic, maybe Bless or Bane, could be going on right now, and you're not really sure. But there's no fairy fire getting cast by anybody in the crowd. There's no fire bolts or eldritch blasts or, anything like that. So yeah, you should, it would be, like I said, it'll be, subtle magic, maybe. But not egregiously out in the open magic, because you're definitely gonna get caught with that kind of shit.
I'm not gonna be able to cast sleep in the middle of the arena. It's just not gonna happen.
If you're in there fighting, you could cast sleep, but not from the side. You couldn't, if you and Damu are a pair and Reshi and Quothe are a pair, when Reshi and Quothe are in there fighting and you and Damu are on the sidelines, Damu couldn't necessarily heal people, because that, depending on what healing spell it is, right? If they're let's say Damu's up here, right? And one of you guys is right here on the edge, and the other combatant is beating the crap out of them on the wall. Damu can't just reach down there and heal them with cure wounds, right? Because that is noticeable. But he might be able to get by with a healing word.
Stop being a bitch.
Theoretically, if one of my compadres was losing and
Yeah.
I was to heal the enemy. Would the enemy and me get the shit kicked out of me ourselves and banned from the fight?
Theoretically, yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Well, that
I
covers
have
cheating. That covers cheating for us now. Fights it is. Reshi, do you want to fight with Quothe?
Yeah.
Oh, so we're doing we're not doing solo bouts anymore?
I think we're doing 2 separate duos.
Okay.
So the fight here, that's going on in the pit fighting ring, is actually coming to a close. You can see this pyromancer guy, I'm gonna call him just because their token is orange, is like really hurting. I mean, this guy's also really hurting as well. He's like got burns all over him. But it looks like the pyromancer is, for the last few minutes, or not minutes, but like for the last few attacks, has just been like fire bolt. Like it looks like maybe he's out of spell slots, and he's like on one knee, just like pew pew, firebolt, firebolt, right? And this guy is like a whirling dervish who just like jumps up into the air, does like a 360 no scope slash, and just cuts this dude like Tyrion Lannister just right across the face. Cuts his nose off.
Ouch.
Fucking eyeball like hangs out of his head. Dude just like collapses. And our little autumn fucking, what are those things? They're not elves, but what are those? I forget the other kind of elf.
Half-elves?
No, they're like from the Feywild. It doesn't matter.
From here, it looks like a guy in a Santa hat and a ring
that's
girl.
it. This autumn Eladrin just fucking dies. Just like face cut open. And you see this guy who's like dressed in like kind of like Aladdin, you know, like Arabian style clothes, like big puffy pants, but like really tight wrappings around his calves and like lower legs. He's like shirtless, but he's got like the turban on, kind of like flourishes his blades, does like a cool backflip move. Everybody's like cheering and shit. And you've got the Drow's like, he picks up a stone from the little podium in front of him, and his voice just echoes around the entire chamber, and he announces the winner. He tells everybody who like, take your betting slips, head over to the what would it be, like, he calls them the cages, and you can see like across the arena from him there are like these windows, kind of like bank teller windows that just have metal cages to kind of like separate the money takers from the crowd. People start shuffling over there, exchanging money. You see the guy who looks like Rowan, he's just fucking cheering, and he like takes like, he has like 10 slips of paper, and he like stumbles through the crowd to like, and he like comes back. He's got like a big sack of gold with him, or coins of some denomination. And then the announcer guy announces that the next round signups are open.
Okay, so we'll go over and sign up. I assume we're already signed up.
Yes.
He
Actually.
was busy watching the fight to make sure like he knew who would win and how they won. You notice when he was announcing the winner, he like mentioned the number of strikes that took place, and like it was one of those things of like, I have it to win on Floyd Mayweather in the 5th round by TKO, right? Like very specific betting here. Like, he's like, I bet that guy with the swords is gonna cut that dude 3 times before he dies. And like,
Well,
you
what I
can
mean
get
is
a
we're already
better
on the
bet.
roster, right?
Yes, I signed us up.
Okay, so Damu can go empty his paycheck right now on the betting.
So yeah, you guys, when he's like done with his announcing, Reshi signs you and Quothe up as a pair, and he asks you guys, what you want to fight. They've got, they don't have any other, people signed up tonight. But this place actually keeps a couple of non-humanoid entities.
So no prize fights, huh?
Well, you know, the prize would be, you know, living.
It's like, hey, you want to go fight a gorilla? I guess.
So-
Sure.
I'm worried about
you're-
this guy next to Tails that looks like he's creeping, peeking around the corner at Reshi.
Yeah, that's the announcer.
Oh man.
Tails
Tails is
move.
gonna move a couple feet around. Just a little
he's a-
uncomfortable with this dude.
He's a drow. He's a kind of a creepy dude. But he gives you like some options. They've recently captured a powerful bugbear that you could fight, a bugbear. He thinks the 2 of you 2-on-1 with a bugbear, probably an even fight. They've captured a blue dragon wormling that you could fight if you want to fight a blue dragon wormling.
I think we want something with odds against us.
Yeah, because bugbears are I can't do shit to bugbears.
There you go.
They also have a minotaur that they could release upon you if you wanted to fight a minotaur.
Am I in the ladies' room? Because I can't find my.
If you didn't put your character on the
Drag
map,
your-
then
yeah.
you're not on the map.
You drag it.
You always do it for me.
I've been building this map and trying to come up with what you guys are gonna fight.
To be fair, we literally gave him 60 seconds of warning that we wanted to go do a pit fight. Like, he's doing great.
Oh, your fault, man.
And they also have a lycanthrope if you wanted to fight a lycanthrope.
I think I'd stick with the bugbear. I don't think they're magical.
Let's just throw them all in there.
Let's not say we didn't.
Let's not say we didn't. Wow. Reshi is the team mom.
Okay, we'll go with so not the bugbear. So you want the dragon or the?
No. Bugbear's fine. Bugbear.
Oh, I thought you said you
I
can't do
bet you
anything
could
to
whoop a bugbear's ass. I'm just
Well,
saying.
why pick a fight where you can't do anything?
Because all the other things seem like they're gonna be really magical and nutty. Am I
Well,
wrong?
technically, your fists are magical because your fists are enchanted with that +1 from David. So you ignore that basic resistance. However, it doesn't mean it wouldn't be an easier or harder fight.
Okay, she wants the
let's just do
bugbear.
bugbear.
You
I
want to
might
fight
regret that.
the bugbear?
Not really, but yes.
Not really, but yes.
You want to fight the dragon, don't you, Chad?
No.
Perfect.
Yeah.
No.
Well, I want to fight all 3 of them.
There's a chance that thing breathes fire or some other shit.
It's
Mm-mm.
fine. I got
It's
the rugged
blue.
smothering.
Yeah, it's blue.
What do they-
It
what's
would
the
breathe
blue ones?
lightning.
Nope, I'm good.
Put that on the list of fucking no.
Nope.
Maybe. And then while people are signing up, you guys have the same options minus potentially the bugbear. You know, hey, if the bugbear wins,
Don't
you
pick
know,
the bugbear.
he'll get healed up and given some time to rest, and you could fight the bugbear. But let's just assume that, let's just be optimistic here. If Quothe and Reshi win and the bugbear's dead, Damu and Tail, if you're signing up for a fight, what do you guys want to fight? Got werewolf. We've got blue dragon wormling.
See what you did to them? You gave him those.
Sorry, I'm sorry. I didn't know there was going to be extra bugbears.
I'd much rather fight the werewolf. I don't want to fight the dragon because
Yeah, I think we have better chances with the werewolf.
It has nothing to do with the chances. It has to do with the fact that kobolds kind of worship dragons in all their various forms. So it's
I guess in defense, so does.
that's like kill your neighbor and be okay with it. Yeah.
All right. So
Before we start this adventure, if you get bitten, please, dear God, get infected with lycanthropy, because I love the idea of a were-turtle.
it would be like a
my God.
turtle man turning into a half turtle man, half wolf.
The image in my head is fantastic. I love it.
All right. So I guess I'll put Chad on the map here. There you go.
Because I have no idea how to do it.
Click on your name and drag it.
Pop up. Yield
tried that.
turn order.
Wow, that bugbear looks constipated.
He's mad. He doesn't want to be here. You guys can roll for initiative. We'll get right on into this. You guys are probably, I looked at an encounter builder. It said that this should be like an okay, a difficult but doable fight, probably.
Great.
But I have a feeling that you guys are just gonna like kill this thing very quickly. But hey, you never know. Let's find out.
Maybe it turns into 2 bugbears once you kill it.
No, don't give him ideas.
Wishful thinking.
Who knows?
If you survive and you want to take on the dragon, you can.
Hey, you guys.
I want to make some money. I'm hoping there's some people out here betting.
Look at
Like
that.
Genie.
I'm glad you guys were nice enough to roll initiatives in a fashion that I don't have
So
to
you get the first
reorder it.
hit.
All right, let's put the turn order down here.
We can
And-
bet, can't we?
Yeah, if you want to bet on this.
All right, how much money do I got?
I'm gonna bet 3 gold because it's literally all the gold I have. That Reshi gets the killing blow.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh.
Why don't you just bet on? Oh, now I gotta.
All right, I'm betting 60 gold that they win.
That's a good bet.
All right, I'll say 10-1 odds on the specific killing blow thing, and 5-1 odds on just the generic your friends win. So
Okay, that's fair.
Keep track of that because I already forgot what I said.
10-1
Okay.
on me, 5-1 on him.
I'm gonna
Gotcha.
bet 20 gold that Tails gets healed at least once.
Fair enough.
Your faith is so great.
Fair enough. All right, let's
Or I could do 20 gold that Pages gets the killing blow.
The moment you forget your familiar is always with you.
Just does meow. Slashes him.
Cuffs a fur ball. Does 1 damage.
So the announcer starts off. He says, "For the next fight, we have a returning champion, Grog, the Bugbear Champion, and his opponents tonight from the far-off lands of Vimirius. We have Reshi, the Dragonborn Monk, and Kvoth, the Goliath Barbarian." The bugbear wins initiative. He roars a bugbear war chant, and he is going to fucking run right at Reshi. She's a little bit smaller, probably a little bit easier to kill, he thinks.
He's not very smart. Let's just get that one out on the road.
Yeah.
He's not the smartest.
You know, intelligence might be one of his lowest stats. Maybe.
Let's run to the lady that punches twice as much as anyone else. Okay.
So he screams out. He is going to grip his Morning Star tightly with both hands, and he's going to swing twice at Reshi to try and take her down as, quickly as he possibly can. The first attack will be at 20, and the next one is a critical hit.
Great.
Dear God. Alrighty. Oh, crap. I have to always forget. I have to do it on the other fucking... Alright. He comes up, double slams you with the Morning Star for a total of 30 damage. 9 on the first swing and 21 on that critical hit.
I have 1 hit point left.
Wow.
So you looked this up and kill your D&D party, or what? What was the app that you used? Or the site?
I quickly looked up a D&D encounter thing. I wasn't planning on a critical strike, but hey.
Well, I'm gonna take a superior healing. Oh, I have to probably wait for my turn, but.
That is his turn. It is now your turn.
Okay, so if I take the potion, then I can't do anything else.
Drinking a potion yourself is a bonus action, so you wouldn't be able to flurry of blows on this turn, but you would still be able to attack, or you could use your breath weapon, or you still have a single a normal action if you drink the potion.
Okay, can I drink the superior healing, and I'm going to just
All right.
regular punch him.
So superior healing is 8d4 plus 8, I believe, healing. Is that correct? Let me look that up. Superior.
Reshi, punch him in the face. Directly in the nose.
Right.
Oh, that's sick. Yeah, 8d4 plus 8.
Okay, so my D4 only goes to wait. Oh, can I type it in? Maybe I can do that.
Slash.
You can. Yeah, in the chat box /roll space 8d4 plus 8.
Oh, you need. Yeah, you're good. There you go.
Did I do that right?
Okay. Yep. So you get back 25 hit points from drinking the potion.
Not bad.
Not bad indeed.
Not too shabby until he hits me again. Okay, I'm just gonna do my unarmed regular. Probably didn't hit him.
7 does not hit.
You
Can I
might want
move
to move
backwards? Yeah.
If you move 30 feet away, I can rage. Or 35 feet away, I can rage.
But I don't know if I have any more, because that was a bonus action. I don't know if I can move away now.
You can move. Yeah, you can move.
You have movement, yeah. Yeah.
You have mobile, right?
What do you mean?
Wait, I'll just check your character sheet. Oh, you had the mobile feat so that I couldn't attack you. It doesn't look like it. He's gonna swing with his Morning Star as he's gonna use his reaction to do an opportunity attack here.
On
17 hit
Gonna
your
hit.
AC? I think it does hit your AC.
it does.
Yeah.
Yeah, 15 is gonna hit. It does 11 damage as you run away.
Fucking kidding me.
But that is Reshi's turn. Quothe, you are up. Reshi is got herself beat up pretty bad here.
Okay, I'm gonna move behind him. I'm gonna pop a rage.
Okay.
Give me a second. Wrong button.
Roll the wonderful wheel of wild magic. It didn't roll the table.
He hit rage instead of wild magic.
Oh, you should wild magic too.
Yeah, I'm trying. Oh, I see it. That worked that time?
Wild surge. Yeah, that one worked. Let's go here. You rolled a 2. You teleport up to 20 feet to an unoccupied space you can see.
Wow, that was real useful.
Until your rage ends, you can activate this effect again on each of your turns as a bonus action. It just says up to 20 feet. You don't have to teleport 20 feet.
You can teleport 5 feet to the other side of him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Animate this dude.
I'm gonna.
Let me.
Okay, so can I attack and then do the bonus action of movement?
Okay. Movement's not a bonus action. Movement is.
Well, I mean the teleport.
No, the teleport happens as you rage. So if you wanted to attack, you'd be attacking without rage.
So if I use the teleport now, then I could attack after with rage. Okay, so I'll
You
just
can
move.
actually, if you teleport, yeah, I was gonna say you'll have advantage on this attack. He was expecting you to be in front of him. You teleport behind him. He's very confused, and is left wide open as you are now behind him, and his back is completely undefended.
Okay, we're gonna do. Okay, so I'm not seeing my rage tick. There it is. Okay, and I want to do 1 necrotic.
You're gonna use one of your weapon points to add extra necrotic damage.
Yeah,
All right, cool.
it's just I don't have a ticker for it.
All right, we can keep track
Here,
of that.
I'll do that 3, and I'm going to
appreciate-
change this neck.
I appreciate you rolled intelligence and got a 1 and a 20.
Yeah.
For some reason, it won't let me type in the box, so it's going to be ek damage. It'll only let me type an E. What?
That's weird.
Your keyboard's all sketched out.
But
Well, I
yeah, you
thought
have
you do E's.
three. You have 3 charges that you can.
Okay, so
Meet
let's change
out
that to
over.
2. Now I have to figure out how to activate it.
You just. So spears +1 item. When attuned, you can add damage to your
Okay.
attacks. So you already have the base damage is when you're wielding it with 2 hands, it's 1d10 plus 1d6 necrotic. Adding your extra charge to it, you'll do 2d6 damage if you hit him. So you just
So
make
should I
a normal attack with the
Okay.
weapon, and then if you hit him, you should 21 definitely hits this guy.
I would like to cheat.
How are you? Okay. How are you cheating? And then we can discuss how you cheat.
Tails is furious. that the bugbear attacked the pretty lady.
Mhm.
And Tails would like to use a second level spell called Mind Thrust. Its only components are verbal. It is an intelligence 14 save and is a lance of psychic energy doing 3d6 psychic damage. If they fail their save, they can only take either a action, a move, or a bonus action on their next turn. And on a successful save, they take half damage, but do not suffer that extra effect.
Mind Thrust?
Yep, it's a UA spell.
What? You pulling out all this shenanigans. I can't even look it up in the compendium to read.
Here you go, bud. I got you.
Oh my god. Alright. Half of me wants to say that because it's a lance of energy, that might be visual. The other part of me says it's psychic, so it would happen in someone's mind and it wouldn't be visual. I don't...
Perception check.
Well, I've never cast this spell before, so
I've never even
really
heard
like
of
to
this
know.
spell before. Jesus Christ. Why are you doing this to me?
Well, okay, so knowing the spell, I would know if it's visible or not.
Fair enough. How's a
So-
50-50 sound to you?
That I get caught?
No. Whether or not it's visual, and then you can make your decision whether or not you want to cast it. I'm not going to say you cast it and then 50-50 that it is or isn't visible. Like you said, your character has cast the spell before. We just haven't had it in game yet, right?
Right.
I'm not trying to like fuck you over. I just legitimately I don't mess with psychic all that often. So I'm not like super familiar with it. But because it says a lance, every other thing that's like a lance of, eldritch energy, you just assume that that's like a beam of light, right? Or something. It's like visual.
But
So,
it's
like,
psychic. That's why I was like, "Oh, I want to try this."
Because then it's psychic, and you're like, "Oh, that's just mental." So it's like some confusing verbiage, and since we've never dealt with it before,
I'll take the 50-50
all right.
because he's that mad. He's going to look around and see if anyone's directly watching him, and try and do it as stealthily as he possibly can.
All right, call high or low, and that will be the invisible.
I'm gonna go high.
High. All right, I'm gonna roll a D100. If it's 51 or higher, it's invisible. Sound good?
Yeah, I just hope they can't trace it back to me.
I rolled a two.
rolled a 2.
All right, so you
Cool.
know that it
Don't
is
cast
like a beam of light or something that happens as it lances forth and affects their mind.
Is it a straight line from me? Like, what direction does the lance come from?
I mean, I'm assuming it's a straight line.
Well, can I
Lance
make
is
it
like a long pole?
right? But can I make it come in from this angle over here?
We'd have. No, I'm gonna say no.
Well, it has a casting range of 90 feet. That's why.
Yeah, like 90 feet from you, right?
Yeah.
I'm pretty
And that's a
sure.
50 foot.
I'm pretty sure in the rules, all spells originate from the caster unless otherwise specified.
We don't do it. I don't want you to get caught and then get beat up outside. That's just not worth it. Then
Ugh.
there's gonna be 2 dead characters.
If you have any
We
other
lose our
more
idol.
subtle spells, feel free to.
No, that was my subtle spell because it's psychic. That was my fucking thought. What do I have for what?
Yeah, man. I mean, if you guys in the chat think that we should let him do it, you can outvote me here. I honestly have no idea how to rule this. So, like I said, I'm not trying to fuck anybody over.
I've got another 90-foot spell that I might be able to do. But I'm pretty sure I get caught either way.
I've literally just never even heard of this spell before. Sangretti's over here studying shit during the week and pulling out test material that I've never even heard of.
All right. Well, I guess I won't do it. I'll just be fucking mad because I would I would know there's gonna be a laser beam like this dude do it. So.
Okay, so should I roll the necrotic then?
Yeah, roll your extra necrotic damage there.
We'll have to research that later in the week.
Oh, another 3, so 5. So you hit this guy for 19 points of damage, and it's not bad.
Kelly's into it. Kelly says it's cool.
Kelly's in. All right, so that's 1 vote against me. If anybody else wants to say that we should do it, speak up now, folks.
I appreciate the support, but I think I've already missed my chance to do it.
I mean, you can cheat at any time. You don't have to do it before Chad does his thing.
Well, so to hide it, I wanted to do the damage at the same time Chad was doing damage or Reshi was doing damage. But if it's a bright laser, then...
How much... Hold on. How much damage even is this spell?
3d6.
Jesus Christ.
Well, it's not the damage that I want from it. It's the effect. He can only take an action or bonus action or attack.
It can't take reactions until the end of its next turn. Let's choose whether it gets a move, an action, or a bonus action. Interesting. Alright, fuck it. You can do it. What's the saving throw?
14.
Intelligence.
Intelligence 14.
Alright. Big money, no whammies. He rolls a 19 on his save.
So he just takes half damage from it?
So he'll take half damage. And does he get those effects? Or no?
No. The effects specifically do not apply if they make their save.
Alright, roll that 3d6. It'll be hidden amongst the other damage. Kelly spent 4,500 channel points here, so...
Grand total of 9 points of damage.
9 points.
Better than nothing. Thank you, Sam.
Alright. Let me do some quick mental math. That bloodies this guy.
What? Oh, well, K-Money just did his ass whooping too, yeah.
Yeah.
Forgot. I was just like, oh yeah, I forgot. K-Money just rolled that motherfucker.
Alright, so, that spell here, 2, 4, on whatever that phrase is invisible from now until perpetuity.
Okay.
We've made a ruling.
I assume you could, normally though, you could be seen speaking it, right? Like someone could watch you and they would know you're casting a spell.
Yeah, but like you're in a crowd of people who are all cheering and shouting and stuff.
And you're like 4 foot tall.
Not even. He's like 2.5 feet.
I'm 2'7", so I'm really small.
In other news, Tails casts Mind Boggle or whatever and gets set on in the middle of the verbal casting.
Something say out of my tail. I was extra mad about it.
Jesus Christ. I'm gonna just roll some stuff real quick. See if some hidden roll here to see if you all get noticed. Interesting.
Uh-oh.
Right. Interesting.
Got his hands in the coin purse.
All right. The turn order. Is there anything else you want to do on your turn, Quotha? You came in, raged, you attacked. You still probably have some movement left or something if you want to. If not, we'll move on to the bug.
I want to move.
Okay.
So wait a minute. It doesn't matter, so I'll do it anyway. Okay, I'm gonna move to here.
Okay.
Okay.
Bugbear's turn. He's gonna turn around. He's gonna face you, Quothe. Pick up his Morning Star into an attack position, and he's gonna come at you because you just cut him across the back.
Do I get to use Polearm Mastery and Sentinel to...
Well, Sentinel would be another target.
I would
So
say
anyone that isn't you.
Because I missed it when he moved his first initiative. I didn't know if I could use it then, so I figured I'd better get clarification again. I forgot.
He wasn't entering your threat range on that turn.
It's 10 feet, right?
Yeah, your threat range is 10 feet. So you'd have to move
Okay.
like here. And then when he steps there, you would then be able to do the Sentinel Polar Master nonsense.
But he is attempting to
So
leave
I didn't
his
move
threat
far
range,
enough.
right?
I gotcha. Yeah, I was trying to leave the threat range, and I just messed it up.
Well, he already made an attack of opportunity on Reshi. He used his reaction already. So you can move away from him without recompense. Like, you can move away with, and he couldn't attack you even if he wanted to.
And I was trying to move out of range so that I could do an opportunity attack if it came
That's what I was
available.
saying. He was standing here. Your range is already 10 feet. It only works when he enters that 10-foot
So
bubble.
I didn't move far enough away. Okay, so I got to know I got to move 15
away.
feet next time. Gotcha.
Right. Which is why I put you one square further. So when he steps here, now he's within 10 feet of you, and you can do the thing. I'm not trying to rob anybody of their stuff. I know new players, and you haven't been in like many combats, so I'm just trying to visually explain like how this all like works.
Okay.
And we are throwing new stuff at him, you know, that nobody's seen before.
That too. At least Polar Master is something I've done as a player. Oh, buddy. All right. So you would use your reaction in order to attack this dude right now with Sentinel.
Okay, so just a normal roll.
Yeah, it's just a normal attack roll. 25 is gonna hit this guy. Hell yeah.
There's a reason it's called the Scythe of Death.
That's true. It's true. Oh, did I add your... I didn't add your rage last time. So I'll add another 2 onto here. So 2, 4, 20. 20 more points of damage. You could stop this dude right in his tracks. You swing your scythe around, kind of like in a 360 arc. You like step back. He starts to follow you. You spin around. You cut him like right across the upper thigh, coming within like mere millimeters of his family jewels, and it gives him pause. He's like, "Fuck!" Ah! And he like stops short. Tries to like regroup and center himself. That is his turn. Reshi, you are up. This dude is beat up.
Do it. Do it.
What am I gonna do? I'm gonna die. I'm gonna provoke him, and then I'm gonna die.
No,
How much
just go
damage
roll
does
up on his ass and
Tails
beat
do?
him. I only did 9 points of damage. I didn't do a lot, but it isn't, you know, a help.
Yeah, that's plenty. So that's 27, 37,
It's like it's
41, 42, 43, 44, 45, plus
He's got to be getting low.
3.
Like 80 hit
He
points.
is injured. You can see like he is bleeding profusely from the groin.
So my math does 48 damage so far to him, so he can't have much more.
I bet that's half of his. Anyway, I'm gonna
No,
move
he was
up.
bloodied as half. He was bloodied already.
Okay. So, if I do unarmed, I can also flurry, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Since you're not drinking a potion this turn. 14 is not quite enough to get past his defenses.
Okay, still flurry.
Almost. You can still flurry, yeah. You just have to make an attack. You don't have to hit with it. Oh, Jesus. A 13 is also not going to
I
hit.
can do anything either. Fine. Okay.
This guy had a 15 AC.
Jeez.
Do it again. Do it.
I can't do it again. Can I do it again?
Yeah, Flurry of Blows adds 2 extra attacks.
Oh, so I get an unarmed twice then after that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still nothing.
Oh.
Man, why are you only rolling with a +5?
They see me rolling. They hating. I got a 24 in that last one.
24 is gonna hit. Let me double check your.
Something seems wrong about your character sheet.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I usually
she's
roll
using
decent, right?
she's using strength to attack. That's why.
Oh.
All right, here I fixed that. Let's see, it's flurry. That's it to. So that's set that to that. All right, I swapped that. All of your attacks should have hit.
Should I re-roll all of it since we haven't done any reactions, or just leave it like it is and go with the 24 and the 6? I'm fine either way.
Just roll damage 2 more times.
Which is just my regular unarmed.
Yeah.
Okay.
6 and 7. So 5 and 7 is what? 12?
Mm-hmm.
God. And 6 is 18. Hey, Reshi. How do you want to do this?
Yes!
I just want to have a pummel party. For
Just
all
a
the stuff that he
pummel
did to me, I
party?
just want to pummel him into the ground, like in every possible
for
area and orifice of his body.
All this stuff. In air, all the stuff. He hit you twice with a morning star. All
like,
the
he'll-
stuff he did to me. Yeah, it's a fight to the death. What is he supposed to do? Like,
Bastard.
what's he supposed to do? Come up and like tap you with like a ping pong
Yes.
paddle?
Yes.
It's a fight to the death. He doesn't want to die. He wants to be set free by murdering people.
No, it's fair. It's fair. I know. I'm only saying that because I didn't die, so.
Literally just fucking beat the shit out of this guy. Just like break his fucking stupid face open. Yeah, you fucking just like bop bop, snap his neck. He collapses to the ground. The announcer says, "The newcomers are showing lively sport tonight here, folks. Who knew that this duo could have beat the fearsome bugbear chieftain Growl? Whoever voted for these newcomers to win can go collect their winnings at the cages."
Yes.
So
so
5 times 60 for him.
and 10 times 3 for you.
Yeah, I have 30 gold. It worked out okay.
That's 300 gold for me, right?
I don't know, man. What's 60 times 5?
That's what I'm asking. I think that's 300.
It is 300.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay, cool.
y'all making me math over here. I think it's 300. That sounds about right.
Yeah, because 5 times 6 is 30.
There you go. Listen, I play a D&D on Roll20, so I don't have to do math. All right? It's supposed to be calculated on character sheets, and I just hit a button. All right, so you guys leave the fighting pit. And Tail and Damu, you guys get to enter the fighting pit. You guys said you wanted to fight a werewolf.
I preemptively rolled.
Oh, that's fine.
I think the werewolf's going first.
So
Where does it
slow.
enter the arena, and where is the furthest point from there?
He'll enter from the north side of the arena. You would enter from the south side of the arena.
Thank you so much, Stan, by the way. That was really sweet. And Jeff for allowing him to do that this one time.
I mean,
That was
we've-
pretty cool. I want to use that spell again in the future, but I
It's
don't think I'm
canon
going to use
now
it in
that
this
it's
fight.
invisible. Don't thank me, thank Kelly. I was all set to say fuck you,
That's
Sam.
true. Yeah, I did. I did tell her thank you. That was sweet of her.
Kelly's out here fucking up everybody's plans.
Also, you have to name an NPC after her.
How the hell is 8 the initiative?
Right?
I don't know. I rolled a 3, and werewolves don't have good decks apparently. I don't know, man. It's literally just pulling it out of the compendium. This is just whatever a werewolf is in the monster manual.
It just dawned on me that 2 casters decided to tag team in a fucking pit fight.
Oh, no. It's fine, buddy. I got something for you.
All right. The announcer calls out again. He says, entering from the north, the hometown favorite, William the Werewolf. Entering from the south side of the arena, 2 challengers. Again from the far off land of Emirius, Damu, the cleric, and a hometown boy, Tail, the wizard. Tail, you beat the initiative. You hear the chime of the start bell of the fight or whatever. Have at it, my friend.
So I can't cast 2 spells in the same turn, right? Provided there are different... I have a spell that is a bonus action and a spell that is an action.
Yeah, so we do the house rule here. You guys are, I think, high enough level at this point that we can make it work. So the house rule is as long as one of those spells is level 2 or lower, you can use a bonus action spell and a normal action spell.
Oh, this is
Sweet.
gonna get goofy. Thank you so much. I'm gonna waddle my little butt right up behind Damu. And with my bonus action, I'm going to cast Dragon's Breath on him.
Okay.
Damu, now for the next minute, should you choose, you can make a breath attack like Reshi of any element of your choice.
Oh, nice.
Can he change the
Stab,
element round to round, or is it just like he has to be like, I'm gonna breathe fire, and that's what he breathes?
It's a one-use. It's a one-shot thing.
Gotcha.
So, as cool as it would be to just sit there and let him roll fucking fire breath the whole time, that'd be great.
Silver doesn't count as a element, right?
Silver, yeah, no, that doesn't. Nope. Can't breathe silver on him.
Thought I'd ask.
I would like to introduce everybody to my favorite thing in all of existence, the Damuzilla. I will cast enlarge/reduced on Damu and double his size and multiply his weight by 8.
Uh,
I have done my thing. We have Damuzilla.
Okay, the arena has broken. We need a new map.
You cast growth on him, is that what I heard?
Enlarge/reduce. I use the enlarge function.
So he just goes up by 1 size, right?
Doubles in size in all dimensions. Its weight is multiplied by 8. The growth increases size by 1 category, from medium to
Yeah.
large, for example.
And his movement
Uh,
drops
he
times 8.
Also does 1d4 extra damage with his attacks. His
nice.
weapons are enlarged.
Alrighty.
My staff's enlarged.
That
So
trident's gonna be nasty.
that's Tails' turn, right?
Yeah, I basically blew my wad right there, guys. I got no more cool spells. It's the basic stuff now. I blew my wad cheating and making Damuzilla.
All right. Damuzilla, it is your turn.
All right, Damu is going to cast Fairy Fire.
Interesting. Okay. That is a Dex saving throw. What is your spell save DC?
14.
14. Big money, no whammies. He critically fails.
Yes. And I'm going to cast Shillelagh
Completely.
on my portal.
This is gonna
covered
get nasty.
in Fairy Fire.
How far does the breath reach?
Breath is a 15-foot cone, I believe.
That is correct.
Yeah, it's a 15-foot cone. He's pretending to be Reshi right now.
Let's go. Speed. Alright, hey, look at that. Didn't even plan it. Didn't know I was gonna have a werewolf in this fight. Do you any movement, Damu?
Yeah. I'm gonna move right up on him.
Okay, so,
Well, I don't know that I have that.
how does it increase his move speed at all, San?
No, he just becomes a large-sized creature and doubles in
Alright.
size.
So you can still move like 30 feet.
That's right there.
Oh, alright, cool. That'll bring us to the werewolf's turn. He's gonna howl, as wolves are wont to do. He's gonna fucking juke right up on you. He is already in his hybrid form. So he is he's going to attempt to claw at your face, and then he is going to attempt to bite you upon your personage at some place.
All right.
He's gonna roll a 9 for his claw attack. You batter him away with your hand, and he's gonna try and bite your arm with a 7.
I'm digging it.
Guys are probably gonna win this fight.
Next time we're fighting.
That's the plan.
That brings us back to Tail, who, if I remember correctly, the only bet in this fight on your end is that Tail's gonna get knocked out at least one time.
Oh, he's going to get a heal.
Oh, get a heal. That's what it was.
So if Damu wants to make me a little extra money, he can heal him for no reason.
How much did you bet?
20 gold.
20 gold. All right.
I guess
Those are gonna be like 2-to-1 odds. The guy's like, yeah, that kid's like small and tiny. He's probably gonna need to be healed at some point.
Any attack roll has advantage. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Since he's fairy fired, I am going to chromatic orb.
Ooh, that's a fun spell.
Um,
Silver is not an element.
Silver is not an element. How about poison though?
Poison, sure.
Yeah. So roll a d20. 17.
17 is going to hit this creature. For sure.
Okay. I was expecting to miss there, so...
With a 17?
No, I wasn't expecting to roll that high, is what I'm saying.
Oh.
18.
That is some damage. Yeah, he starts to cough and sputter. You see some foam start to like build up in the corners of his mouth, but not like mad dog foam, but more like this guy just got poisoned kind of foam.
Does he have the poisoned condition?
Does the chromatic orb put on? I think it's just poison damage, right? He doesn't get the.
Yeah, it's
poison
just damage. I was just wondering.
Yeah, no, he's not poisoned. He just took some poison damage.
Just making sure.
Anything else you can do on your turn?
No, that's all I can do, buddy.
All right, coming up to Damu. This wolf boy is having some tummy ache issues here. It seems like.
All right. I'm going to cast Spiritual Weapon.
Yeah. Yes, you are.
All right.
For 12 force damage.
Does he get the +4 on that?
Oh no, that because it's
No,
directly
it's a
on.
separate entity. Yeah.
And then I'm going to attack with my quarterstaff. Does 15 hit?
15 definitely hits you.
So 5.
Plus
But
a
you get
D4.
yeah, plus the D4 from your growth, your enlargement,
Plus 2, so 7.
your engorgement. 7, 12 is 19 damage.
I fucked that up.
Oh.
Because he's got a D8 now, yeah.
Yeah, because it was supposed to be a D8.
Or
Should I
what?
re-roll the damage for the quarterstaff?
Oh, yeah. Just roll a D8. We'll add, so 2 and 12 is 14 plus your D8.
Says it's a D8.
It says it's a D6 plus 2
Yeah.
because of the strength modifier.
And it's a 5 anyway, so awesome.
So 5, so yeah, 19 points of damage, and Shillelagh makes, Shillelagh makes that
It's magical, yeah.
yeah, okay. You fucking crack him right across the fucking face as your keytar hits him in the kidneys, and he kind of spurts some blood out of his mouth. And this dude is getting pummeled. What you making a strength save for, Quoth?
I was trying to uncheck the box, and I accidentally clicked it.
Fair
He's
enough.
the-
Maybe my
He's got a
rage is
weak
kind
stomach.
of over-brooming right now.
Fair enough. He's like bench pressing someone in the crowd. He's like super excited. He just like picks up a dwarf next to him. He's like, yeah! Throws
Every
it.
vein in his neck just cranked out. Ah!
The werewolf is gonna kind of like, you know, use his wolf like nimbleness. He's gonna like duke and duck and dive and stuff and try and throw you off as he claws at you. 20 to hit you with his claws, and then he's gonna
yeah, that hits.
try and follow that up with a bite attack for 17.
Does not hit.
Jesus Christ. He does scratch you for 8 slashing damage. Oh, wow. So cool. 8 slashing. Alright, finish this off, Tail.
Yeah. Running real low on cool things to do. I'm gonna go full on wizard. I'm gonna magic missile.
Alrighty.
Let's see. 3 d4s plus 1 each. 3d4 plus 3.
Yep. Just fucking auto hit. spell.
4, 7, 8.
8 total or 8 plus 3?
8 plus 3.
Minus 11 to him. Just pow pow pow. He like coughs up even more blood. He's like limping and shit now. All right, Damu, finish this off.
Okay.
I feel like you could.
It's
Dom-
literally, it has to happen this way.
Casts healing word
Yes.
on. What's your character's name, San?
Tail.
On Tail. So he gets 10 healing.
Okay.
Game was
And-
rigged from the start.
I'm going to shuffle towards the payout.
And then I'm going to hit him with my quarterstaff. 18 hits
Yep. 18 hits.
for 11 bludgeoning.
How do you want to do this?
Alright, so he's kind of going to do a double swing thing. He's going to swing low, catch him in the crotch, and then swing back around and take his head off from the top.
Damn, son. You, from taint to tip, you crush this werewolf, and he crumples to the ground, reverting back to his human form, who is just like a super like skinny, lanky dude who like is maybe 90 pounds wet. just like a very weak looking dude who like clearly in life, if anything involves strength, he would have had to rely on this curse of his.
That's pretty fucked up, man.
The drow announcer says, "In another upset, the newcomers win the bout." He says, "For those of you who bet that they would win, you can go collect your earnings." Quothe, when you get up to the window and try and collect your earnings, the guy says, "There's no payout. He didn't get healed. He never took any damage, therefore he never got healing."
That's okay. I was making money playing Punt the Dwarf between the rounds.
I mean,
Tail wants to run up to Damu and get a high five, but just because of the size difference, I'm just gonna get rolled across the floor a couple feet.
All right. With the heroes all besting their pit fighting bouts, it is probably like 1:30 in the morning at this point. The announcer, congratulates everybody who's won for their winnings. He thanks all the losers for their patronage. He announces the next bout for the upcoming weekend. So if there's any, it says, sign up for the next pit fighting. Will be open for the next hour or so. If you want to like challenge specific people and all that kind of crap. Other than that, he tells everybody to get the fuck out. Don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. And with that, I don't know if you guys want to head back upstairs and talk to. I think Sam named him Mr. House. I don't know if you want to go talk to the elf guy who runs this place.
I don't know what his actual name is. I just figured he was the house, and the house always wins, so.
That's fair. Kelly, you did redeem name an NPC. If you want to name the elf guy who owns this bar and runs this pit fighting ring, it's kind of a shady, you know, gang leader kind of guy. Feel free to name him if you want. Otherwise, we can bank that redeem for another character at another time. I need to use the little DM's room. So I think right now is a good time for our mid-show break. We'll be back in just a couple of minutes. Don't go anywhere. Stay there. You. I'm talking to you. Stay. And we're back. Why is my camera so dark all of a sudden? I have a light on me. That's weird.
Is that because there's a sunset? But I'm bummed.
I mean, maybe. Any hoodles. You guys finish up with your hit a Phaeton. Do you guys return to Mr. House since we still don't have a name for this guy? Or what are you doing?
Mr.
I guess we return to Mr. House.
All right. You head back upstairs to the elf with silvered hair who runs this establishment. He says, "Oh yes, welcome in. I hope you enjoyed the activities tonight. Hope you didn't forget to place a few bets. Says I would be remiss. A couple of newcomers. I'd like to keep you all around. You put on a very good show." He says he picks up a sack, a smallish sack from his desk. Maybe, I don't know, about that big or so. Tosses it across to Quothe or anybody who catches it, and says, "You know, I made a lot of money on you tonight. It would be uncouth of me to not share." Says, "You wouldn't believe how many people in this town like to bet against the newcomers." He says, "You'll find 100 gold in that coin purse there." Says, "This is the least I can do for the amount that you made me tonight." He says, "But I suppose you're here for me to uphold my end of the bargain." He says, "If you meet me tomorrow morning down at the quarries just outside of town, we should be able to acquire some raw materials suitable enough for this little project of yours."
Hell yeah.
I just need a little bit of time to dust off the old spell tome, as it were, and prepare the various arcane magics needed.
Okay,
Oh,
so
okey-dokey.
he's gonna make the, what's it called?
The
He's
idol
gonna-
fake.
Yeah,
Yes.
he's gonna make a fake aboleth idol out of stone.
We might want to take a rest after that. I think we're missing some HP. I know I'm missing some rage. And
Yeah.
Well, that's tomorrow is what he's talking about. He's not talking about doing it now. So.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm talking about taking a rest now before we get into anything.
Oh yeah, no, I assume Blue
Sorry.
would.
Yeah. It's like
Just
1:30
that.
in the morning. He wants to meet up at like 8 o'clock. He gets up from behind his desk, tosses a couple of coin purses into his vault, stacks up a few trays of gold bars, and he like shuts the big metal door, spins the ratchet on there, and then he puts the painting closed, so now the room just looks like, oh, it's just like a normal office. You know, he's got like a little wet bar and so, like a shelf full of books and like a cool painting on the wall of himself. Because why wouldn't he
He's
have
an
a
elf
painting?
and he's Maine. Yeah.
Yeah, because why wouldn't he have a painting of himself?
So is this like a standing portrait, or is this like a David Hasselhoff strewn out kind of portrait?
It's like a waist up portrait. He's got like a half cape on one shoulder. He's kind of like posing with like his other hand like clutching it just below a brooch. Not a dragon brooch like I have on my hood here, but like a, you know, like a medallion kind of thing. And he's like looking kind of up and off into space, like all like, you know, like he's pontificating the meaning of life or whatever. You know,
Okay.
standard, I'm totally full of myself and up my own ass kind of portrait. But he like stands up, he closes up shop for the night, he grabs his like fancy cape / cloak thing. It's got like a really high collar on it. He puts on a fairly nice wizard hat that he bends down, you know, to lay it, you know, against the back of the hat. It's like a red hat with a black band and a big red cape, and the hat has like a turquoise feather in it. Very loud dresser, this guy. He like shuffles you out his office door, closes up shop. You guys can like stay at this tavern if you want and like drink or whatever, but this dude heads home for the night. If you guys want to rest, the Adventurers Guild is open for you. There's beds there that you guys can have for the night. Either way, in the morning, you guys are fully rested. You know, any HP you lost is back. Any spell slots you lost are back. All that kind of stuff. And Rowan never made it home. Rowan is still out there somewhere.
Somewhere.
Should we put a bounty on Rowan?
That's up to you. But you guys head down out of town, like a little bit north of the city, to where it's not so marshy. And they've dug out like a stone quarry. It's pretty big. It's pretty bustling. There's a lot of humans and elven workers here. An odd dwarf, but dwarves don't typically travel this far south. They like to stay in the mountains way north on the continent. But you do notice that like the handful of dwarven workers here are individually doing the work of like 3 of the other non-dwarven workers. You know, they're definitely in their element, cutting stone, moving stone, all that kind of stuff. You see they've built like giant cranes and whatnot to like lift up pallets of stones. As you get there, you're kind of like waiting around for Mr. House to show up. You actually make a perception check. Let's see what you
All
guys
of us?
see. Yeah, all of you. You know, you're all looking for Mr. House, but there's other things going on as well.
Man.
You guys are not perceptive today.
Mm-mm.
18?
Is. All right. Go with 8 and tail. Um,
I love these dice. If you've never had Chessex dice, they roll fantastic.
I only buy Chessex. Sponsored by Chess. We're not sponsored by Chessex. I wish we were sponsored by Chessex.
Although, yeah, Chessex, if you want to start sponsoring us, I will accept
Yeah.
all the dice you want to give us.
Chessex, if you want to start sponsoring us, Roll20 if you want to like give me a free subscription, that'd be cool. Diet Coke, if you want to send me like a pallet of Coke. We're accepting all sponsorships. So with a 6 and a 4, you guys are kind of oblivious to the world. With an 18 and a 19, you guys, Quothe and Tail, you hear like a faint stretching noise that I 100% don't think I could mimic with my mouth. But you hear like a stretching noise, and then a faint pop, and then a louder pop, like a pop slash like a snapping noise, and then like all of a sudden it's just like a really loud snap, and everybody, you see one of these pallets of stone, the rope system of the crane, just the rope gives way. They drop like probably a good, like, think of like the stones that build the pyramids, probably a good like 2 of those on like a big platform is getting lifted up into like, you know, like, I don't know, maybe not 100 feet, but like, you know, 70 feet, 50 to 75 feet up and out of this quarry where they've been cut, you know, down at the bottom. Just the rope snaps. Well, one rope gives way, which then, you know, leads to all the other ropes failing, and these giant stones just fall back into the giant pit. They smash on the ground. People are injured. People are freaking out. The rocks themselves are like cracked and, you know, busted and destroyed. And amongst the chaos, a Mr. House appears behind your group. He says, well, after the show last night, I didn't expect so much excitement down at the quarry today. He kind of slaps you on the back, Quothe. He says, but with a mishap like that, we're sure to get a good price on some stone, eh?
Funny guy.
An opportunist, I'd like to say. He like winks at you. You kind of get the idea that perhaps this guy makes his own luck.
I see what you did there.
He starts to stroll off with like letting you guys decide whether or not you want to follow him. But he heads over to a fairly large building with a couple of stairs that like lead up and are to like a door. He like heads on in to this. It's probably like an office or something. It's really, it's honestly like the only like building of any note near the quarry. There's like some smaller, like possibly like warehouses or like sheds, a couple of outhouses, but this is like noticeably like a better, like more fancy building. It's got like windows and shit on it. Do you follow him into the building, or are you guys gonna like offer your aid to the freaking disaster that just happened?
Any thoughts?
I'm gonna follow
Tails
him.
would like to follow, yeah.
Okay, let's follow.
All right, you guys follow him into what is indeed an office building. It's like one big room, a couple of desks. People are like shouting at each other. Some guys are grabbing like steel hard hats, like helmets, and rushing out the door past you. One guy's got like a rock about the size of a softball that's got some like runes carved in it, and he's shouting in there. He's like, we need some healers over at the quarry stat. You know, that kind of stuff. He's like, I don't care how much it costs. You just get them over here now. My men need healing. Like that kind of thing. And you see Mr. House. He kind of does a wave of his hand after he catches the attention of the foreman here, and immediately you see this guy calm down, and he says, all right, yes, there's a lot of commotion here. You run a very good quarry, we all know this. We're here to do business. It says your men can handle everything. You've put the call out to get some clerics or whatever over here. He says, now, sir, I would like to pay you good money for some of that damaged stone. The
Comes off a little sleazy.
The foreman is like glassy-eyed, clearly under the effect of some kind of spell. Tail, you think that he is under the effect of calm emotions. And maybe even friendship. The foreman is like, yes, my workers can take care of themselves. You would like to buy stone from me for currency.
Want to buy some death sticks?
The elf is like, yes, I would like to buy a chunk of your stone that just fell to earth, shattered. You can't do anything with it anyway. He kind of gestures like a large enough chunk that he could turn into this statue for you, given the specifications that you wrote down in your notebook. He's like, and I feel I'm being more than generous by offering you 5 silver for this chunk of stone. The foreman says, 5 silver for stone. And he starts writing it in a ledger. Kind of sloppily writing, like barely even able to like function a quill. Just like, yes, silver. He like tears off a receipt and hands it to the foreman. He said, you can collect your stone at the quarry site. And the Mr. House turns around to face you, your group, and says, there, see, look, simple. He was quite agreeable, don't you think? He gives you all a wink. Says, now let's go get your stone and get your well, fabricated idol made for you. How's that sound for you?
Thank
Let's
you
do
very
it.
much.
Says, good. Such an exciting start to the morning, don't you think? He heads off out of the building. He gives the receipt to a worker. They have kind of like a puzzled look on their face. Like, we're doing a business deal now in the midst of all of this. And you see House again kind of like, yes, bring us the stone. And you like Jedi mind tricks this guy again. And he's like, right, this is he like calls down or no, not wouldn't hear them from up there. He starts to climb down a ladder. And a few minutes later, he comes back up with a backpack with like this big chunk of stone sticking out of it. And he's like, all right, yeah, here's your stone, man. Anything else I can do for you? And House is like, no, that'll be fine. And turns back to you, says, right, if one of you wouldn't mind, kind of motions to the bag and says, we can meet back at my establishment here, and I'll craft up that statue for you in a jiffy.
Thank you, Mr. House.
Says, oh, but of course, Tail, you put on such a good show last night. It's the least I could do for you. You see him hop in a cart, like a covered, nice carriage, being pulled by a team of horses, and a very well-dressed Kent, the Goliath goon. He looks like he's dressed like a butler this morning. And he, like, drives off this carriage, leaving you guys to somehow transport this rather heavy block of stone. Although I figure Quothe can probably lift it up with his pinky finger if he wanted to.
He's gonna go back to the entire place, just like a workout, like those dwarf curls last night.
Yeah. As you guys... I would presumably head back into the city. I'm not. If you guys want to do anything, just let me know. As you presumably head back towards the city, you see a lot of carriages coming by. You've got clerics and wizards on board. You've got like one on each cart. You've got like a wizard who's casted dancing lights, and they're like red, white, and blue lights. And you've got a cleric on board who's cast thaumaturgy on themselves, saying, "Make way, make way!" Their voice booming loud. "Medical personnel coming through. Make way, clear the roads, make way." So basically, you know, fantasy ambulances, just these
D&D
giant
ambulance.
Yeah, D&D ambulance, like just these big carts getting pulled by draft horses, wizards with their hands up with flashing lights in them, and clerics shouting at people to get the hell off the road. Presumably, you know, they're gonna head to the quarries and tend to the injured and dead. But you guys head back into the city with your stone. Head out to the Crested U, and head up into your new elven friend's office, where he directs you to just place the stone on the ground. You see that he has prepared a canvas tarp, so this is not to, you know, damage anything in his office. He tells you to place the chunk of stone on the ground, and if you guys wish, you can retire to the common room, have lunch or breakfast, or, you know, have some ale or whatever you want to do, and he'll create this forgery for you and let you know when it's finished.
Sounds good. Now we just got to wait for that one gentleman to show up with his plans, and Genie to pull the trigger on his counter plans.
You do remember that this night is the night of the party as well, if you guys are wanting to attend that. Obviously that would be next week's session. We're not gonna do that in the last 20 minutes of our show here, but I just want to make sure, you know, timelines and things, right?
Yeah, that's true. Genie loves a good party.
Genie does love a good party, as much as he probably would love trying to convince a thieves guild that a hunk of stone is a golden idol. But yeah, you guys, if you wish, you retire to the tavern portion, whatever. If there's anything else you'd want to do in preparation for anything else, just let me know. We still have a little bit of time here at the end of our show if there's any specific preparations you guys would like to do.
I don't. We got the short rest in. Anybody else?
No, I'm good.
You got a full rest, a long rest.
Yeah, we got a
long rest. Yeah.
No, I'm good. I kind of want to go to the party, but I also like the conning the idea.
I mean, you might be able to do both.
It would be better if we do the conning after the party, because if they have somebody inside at the party, they may see the item and be like, yeah, you definitely don't have it. Why? Because I saw it down the road. So.
No, that's a fake. We replaced that one with a fake. And this is the real one.
I think we're going to need some charisma and stuff like that.
Alrighty. So yeah, if there's something else you guys wish to do, any preparations or anything, in that case, you guys are hanging out at the tavern, waiting for the idol forgery to be made for you, when you notice over in the corner of the bar, slumped over on a table, is a fellow who looks a lot like Rowan. Just kind of laid out on a table, like sitting in a booth, kind of like head down on the table. Some time goes by, and you see Kent come down into the common room and motions at you guys to like follow him upstairs.
Okay, we'll follow him, I guess.
You get upstairs, you find a pretty accurate replica of this idol. It's, you know, about maybe a little bit smaller. It's got the right number of eyes. Tail, you count, like, you think it's maybe missing like 2 teeth. But it's not like there's gaps, right? It's just like slightly larger teeth in the mouth that didn't have enough room for like the correct number of them. And it's like missing one of the tentacles off the back end of it. But, you know, by and large, it's like a pretty good replica, you know? For people who like don't know exactly, you know, what they're looking for. This would probably, you know, if it's painted gold, it'd probably be, you know, a pretty good forgery.
Okay.
It's good. Good start to the plan, I guess.
Nothing.
I mean, it's not perfect.
Yeah, it's not like at a glance you'd be like, oh yeah, that's a fake.
All right. I will use my quill to start painting it. I will paint that sucker gold. My scholarly quill.
Now, is that temporary or is that permanent?
That is permanent.
Cool.
As a bonus action, you create the quill doesn't require any ink. When you write with it, it produces an ink color of your choice on the writing surface. As long as I can write on the rock.
Do you have prestidigitation?
I do as well.
All right, cool. I was just gonna say, It does feel like it's made out of stone. It doesn't feel like it's made out of gold. But prestidigitation, I believe you can alter the surface of something a little bit, but it would only last for like an hour, I believe, right? So
yeah,
like,
a prestidigitation lasts an hour, so we're gonna have to wait until we're about to hand the thing over before we do that.
Yeah. You could at least you can make it look like gold, and then with prestidigitation, you can make it feel like gold, but it ain't gonna feel like gold forever, and eventually it will give it away. So, you know, hopefully you can finagle a way that you do that and it lasts long enough that maybe they put it in a crate or something. Who knows?
Ark of the Covenant style.
Yeah. But yeah, as you guys exit the tavern, you kind of you pass Rowan again. At this point, he has moved. He's not dead. He has moved. He's still in the booth and he's still asleep. He's like, but now he's like leaning back. He's not like face down on the table. He's like leaning back in the booth, his head lulled back, snoring quite loudly. Strangely enough, he's drooling a fluorescent pink liquid, and his teeth look like they're made out of turquoise.
Ooh.
It's been a really, really rough night.
It's been a weird night for him, that's for sure.
Can we drag him by the ankles somewhere? Like,
yeah, you can collect Rowan and his belonging next to him. You know, it'll be fun times going through his inventory and being like, what does he still have? As you guys, as we end our little session here, you guys head back to the Adventurers Guild, because you know that's where, you know, Jethro knows to find you if he is gonna come and tell you of the meeting time. But when you do get back to the Adventurers Guild, there's a buzz. Like, there are some adventurers there. They're all gathered around the bar. There's like a murmur, you know, like they're talking about something. They're like excited about something. And those who aren't gathered around the bar talking to the dwarven bartender there, they are huddled around the message board that's like over on the wall, kind of next to the bar itself. But
so
you guys...
can we do something to try to overhear them?
Oh yeah, I mean, if you want to just listen in, you can make a perception check. You can also just like push your way through and be like, "Hey, what's going on?"
Well,
whichever you want to, you know, whatever, however you want to handle that situation, just let me know.
Want to do a perception check, Tail?
Sure. Hale wants to know what's going on. Natural 20.
Natural 20. You hear everybody is arguing over who is gonna get this contract. Everybody's like pissed off, man. They are mad. Everybody wants a cut of this bounty. They're just like, but who could it be? Like, no one saw what went on, you know, but clearly it was arson, and whoever would burn down an orphanage deserves to be cut into pieces and dragged through the streets. Apparently last night there was a fire in an orphanage.
Was there a loud bang heard and then the orphanage was on fire?
I guess that explains the soot. We might want to wash Rowan.
You just dunk him in a barrel.
You could ask. You could ask for more details. No one in the bar is mentioning that there was an explosion before the fire.
So, out of character for a moment, guys. I say we blame this on Two Fingers and collect the bounty off his ass.
Hey,
Not a bad.
we'll have to see how that pans out next week, as we say, through critical hits and critical fails. These are the Osrynn Tales. Thanks for playing, everybody. Thanks for watching, folks. If you want to catch what everybody's doing during the week, hopefully... Why did that not work? Oh, man. Well, that's weird. Oh. My bot disconnected during the show. Interesting.
I've been having trouble with Twitch, too.
Huh.
Shall we just do a round table?
Yeah, here.
Or you want to give us the exit?
Give me 1 second. Get rid of that. I have to figure out how to get my... It royally fucked up here. Control A. Cut. Copy. Here. Paste. Really? Is that not gonna... maybe if I cut it here, hit that, and hit that. There we go. There you go. There's the links to all the players. Obviously, guys, you're on my channel. Hit that follow button. We've got, I think, pretty much everybody here streams sometimes. Righteous Rachel, Chad, you guys stream almost every night, right?
We've slowed down a bit.
Slow down a bit. You guys, but you do stream nightly, some shooter, you're almost nightly. Rephrase, you stream at nights when you stream, shooting those shooter games. Genie Bruh, if and when he's here, he usually streams on the weekends and on Monday nights. You can find him over at Genie Bruh channel. I know Abstracto, you've not been streaming recently, but you know, never say never, right?
Right.
Go follow him. And Sangretti, you still doing them movies on Monday nights?
Yeah, we are doing movies on Monday nights. We will be doing an upgrade to the stream soon where you'll actually get to see what I look like as opposed to the dice tray you see now.
Get that camera, boy. Hell yeah. All right, and everybody, please stick around after the credits here. We will be raiding somebody. I don't know who quite yet. But remember... You guys can use those channel points to mess with us during our games, and yeah, anybody who wants to bank up some of those sweet channel points during the week, I stream Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday afternoons from 3 to 7 p.m. Eastern time. So hop on in. Hang out while I'm doing some crazy stuff with art and comic book making. Oh shit, Genie is live doing some IRL streaming, huh?
Ooh.
It is currently
Maybe we should go visit him.
I was like, it's currently just his dog, but we're gonna raid Genie. So like I said, stick around after the credits, folks. We're gonna say hello to our missing player here in like 3 minutes, right after the credits. Thanks for playing, everybody. Have a good weekend. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.